How's it going out there, SP fans? Shawn Paul, Pickleball. I am broadcasting to you from my backyard here in Cleveland, Ohio. And I have my handy dandy notepad that I write topics down that I would like to talk about during my broadcast so I don't forget. And there's a few specific things that I want to talk about. One, definitely. But two, I wanted to say something about the hat. About the hat that I wear. I went somewhere one day and one of my followers, fans, or however you want to say it, they were like, oh, Shawn Paul, do you like the Ohio State Buckeyes? So let's get this straight. No, I'm not an Ohio State fan. Don't forget, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland originally, so I know a lot of my Cleveland fans are, I might upset you a bit, but don't forget, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. So the story on this hat it's a very funny story. A couple years ago, I was actually out at a bar drinking, and just me and some dude I was just sitting next to, drinking with. This was his hat, and I had one of my Shawn Paul pickleball hats on. Now, this is about 5 years ago. So we were sitting at the bar, and before it was, time to go. He was a really cool dude. I can't remember his name. I'm sure he probably doesn't even think about me anymore. But before we split ways, we were buying each other shots, and we left the bar. I was all tanked up, Anyway, so before we split ways, he was like, "Man, I really like that hat," and I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Here you go, buddy," and he was like, "Here, you can have this one." So this is that hat. I have dubbed this my backyard hat. So usually if I'm in the backyard and I don't have to, it's not cold, and I don't have to wear a woolly cap on, which all of my woolly caps have, Shawn Paul pickleball on it. This is my backyard hat. And it's so funny because a lot of you are going to think this is disgusting. My wife does. But these are all his original sweat marks. So this has been my backyard hat since then. But I don't even know what that dude is doing these days. I don't even know if he still has that hat. He probably doesn't. I don't know. But that's the story in his hat. No, I'm not an Ohio State fan. But that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. But so Brian Asher, I was strolling through Facebook. I was strolling through TikTok one day, and I'm just listening to random people talking. And when I hear something good, I'm like, or something interesting, I stop and I'm like, okay. So Brian Asher had this. I'm gonna tag you on this, Brian. He had a post that was very, very informative because it was some things that I didn't know. I'm a social media person. I'm on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. But I just post. I don't know really a lot about it, like how it goes or how you get paid, and all I know is I need 1,000 followers to go live, and I've done live stuff before, and I've talked to people, and because I've got over 1,000 followers now. But getting on this point, people were sending follows, requests, and I'm just like, doop, 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 accept. Even my wife told me, because when I first started this TikTok, I was only strolling through looking for pickleball people. And my wife was like, no, you have to, for everyone, after everyone. And I was getting some weird ones, I hate to say it like this, but like girls, big boobs, and all this. And then I'm just like, okay, follow, request, follow back. I'm actually just going straight down. So Brian, during his thing, again, was telling me things I didn't know, which one of them was, a lot of times what people do is they get on these follow trains, which I was on one or two or three probably. And every time somebody would follow me, I'd follow them back, just like the train's supposed to do. But, a day or two later, Jesus, man, I'm losing followers. And I don't know what's going on. I didn't know what was happening. So, again, when I saw Brian's post, I'm sitting there listening. I'm like, oh, he was saying that a lot of times these people are doing that just to get the followers. And then, of course, a day or two later, they unfollow you. So you're still following them and you're losing followers. And I'm like, wow, okay, so that sucks. So actually, since, you know, I got this little knee issue, which we'll get on that here shortly, I've had time just to sit there and play with my TikTok a little bit, and I've been going through, and it sucks, man, because I'm going through, and I will like, okay, I'll just choose somebody random, and then when I go on their page, I'll go to their following thing, and when I type my name they're not following me anymore. So I just started unfollowing people who unfollowed me. So that's what I do. So Brian, and he also said some other things about the way the TikTok has a different club and all that. I don't know all this stuff. You know, 10,000 follower thing, and how sometimes they probably won't even let you in there and you have to sell so much stuff. Man, I was totally oblivious to this. I'm not selling anything. You know, I've had TikTok shop people contact me and say, hey, you want to do this, and you know, we'll give you this, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not working for anyone. Even the pickleball people, you know, I don't need anything pickleball. I mean, I have paddles of my own. I don't reach out to people just so I can get a paddle to stack my bag. I have paddles in my bag that I use and stuff for sometimes. Again, I'm going to get into this right now because sometimes, like Pickle High's from Cleveland. These guys, Marchiani and David from Sugar and Falls, they own the Pickle High Cleveland pickleball paddle thing. It's Elevation Pro. Again, when this guy contacted me a couple weeks ago, and I tell you, a lot of times when people contact me, I'm like, it's got to be win-win. You know, I'm not a celebrity. You know I get out there, and I think I have a pretty decent image, and I know a lot of people try to capitalize on that, which again, I don't mind. I don't mind as long as it's win-win. You know, but a lot of these people that reach out to me, it's always like, hey, this is what you want. This is what we want you to do for us, and we'll give you 10% off. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. But Marchiani is he's been straightforward with me from the get. So Pickle High, I definitely, the paddle is awesome. Again, I'm an ex-tennis player, so I love the handle. And I don't do two-handed backhands. We were talking about that the other day. I don't do two-handed backhands. I just like a longer handle. You know, I actually just got off the phone with him, and he was talking about the paddle that the guy made me in Memphis. I love my paddle. He didn't think I played with it. I'm like, oh, yeah, I play with it. So Mark was like, he didn't think I played with it because I guess he figured I'd keep it for memorabilia or what. I'm like, no, I play with this thing. I love it. But I play with this one, and I actually play with the Pickle High paddle, too. It's good. But I know TikTok only gives you 10 minutes, but I'm up to like 8:20. So apparently, Pickle High wants to be in business with Shawn Paul Pickleball. To me, it's very flattering. And to me, so far, talking to Marchiani, sorry, he's like a wise guy, Marchiani, everything seems win-win. And to all the other pickleball people out there, or any people out there, I don't mind if anybody wants to send me a t-shirt, whatever. Okay, great. I love it. I'll wear it and be like, woohoo, thank you, Shawn Paul. You know, like the t-shirt, I will. You know, I don't mind helping anybody out. But I don't want to sell anything for anybody. I mean, if you make sales off of me taking a picture with your shirt, like I said, I'm not a celebrity or nothing, but if somebody buys one, great. I don't want any money from it. You know, so be it. You gave me a free shirt, I'm glad. But please don't contact me offering me, you know, like, we're going to give you a promo code, and, you know, if you sell this many, we'll give you this, you know. I'm good with that. But so my 10 minutes is almost up here. I'm going to make another video here shortly again, but I just wanted to get that straight across. So Pickle High, thank you very much for wanting to make this win-win. Other than that, like I said, I'll get into the knee thing. Again, this just took up the whole 10 minutes. But all right, fans, I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll see you on the courts.